Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Virgo, for your meditative session, you guys got Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. I feel, Virgo, you have kind of, there was another reading like this, it was like graduation for them, and I think it was Capricorn. And I feel for you, Virgo, which is, it's not odd because you guys are both earth signs. So maybe, the earth signs are kind of going through similar things, but I feel it's in a different way, but it is graduation in the sense that you have learned, I think maybe at one point you wanted to get to know that side of you better, right? The feminine side, the divine feminine, right? We have the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I feel like the divine feminine, she is not only this light that they're talking about, but the feminine energy, it's giving and it's always nurturing, and I feel like it always forgives, and it's like this tenderness. And I think that at one point you kind of wanted to delve into the divine feminine, like you wanted to get into that mode yourself, and I think it was really hard to reach it because when you're hurt or when you're in pain, it's hard to reach that part of you that wants to kind of give to anyone, right? When you're hurt, you don't want to give to anyone. Like, at least I don't. Like, if someone hurts me, I feel like that pain can make me constrict and like not want to give to anyone and like be tight and wound up. But I feel with Shekinah coming out, maybe some of you guys have felt like that in the past where you weren't ready to give because and because you couldn't give, you couldn't receive. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you haven't really been in a relationship because it was hard to give when you weren't receiving anything in return, right? And sometimes you're giving and you're not receiving. That's what I was going to say. Sometimes you receive and you're not giving, but that came out, like it didn't even come out. It just said, no. Yeah, like you guys give too much and don't receive enough. So I think that's what's been going on. I think you've been kind of holding yourself back. You see how her arm is like across from her, just like kind of holding herself back and like tending to herself. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like you've been alone for a while because I think like the people that you chose to give to never really gave anything in return. So I think you're finally opening up to the idea of being with someone else because you've kind of healed that side of you, like the feminine aspect, right? And the feminine aspect, she does receive, but she also gives so much love back, right? She gives so much love in return. And I feel like for a while you didn't want to be in that, like in that mode. You were probably more in masculine energy, where it's like, I'm going to work, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to I can't control what people are doing. So I'll focus on something else, which is a really positive thing, Virgo. But I think somehow in that work mode, you've been healing as well. And I think that this is kind of like, they're saying if some of you have been trying to connect to that feminine aspect of you, that you have accomplished that. Like if you wanted to know what the divine feminine was and you kind of went in search of it, I feel like you've completed that journey. And for some of you, you're just beginning it, right? Because everyone's on a different timeline. But I feel like from the people that I'm speaking to, it's more of like a completion already of the divine feminine. But if you're on the other spectrum where you're just beginning to kind of understand what the divine feminine is and you like want to get to know more about it, then like congratulations on even beginning the journey, because I feel like timelines are weird and you already know that you're gonna be at the other end soon where you're ready to kind of give and receive again, right? You're back to kind of being in balance. So that's what I'm getting, Virgo. Let's pull some cards. So Virgo, I feel like there's an attachment to someone here in this read. I think someone is attached to you, and maybe you're attached to them equally. Like maybe you both think of one another, but I feel like there's an attachment here to this King of Cups. They're just coming up beside you, right, everywhere. And now I'm beginning to think that this connection to the Divine Feminine that you've recently maybe made, like maybe you made an attachment or a connection or some sort of integration, right, of this Divine Feminine energy into yourself. And I feel like there's a mirroring where someone else has done the same thing. I think Divine Feminine season has really changed someone else, right, because they're coming up as a King of Cups twice, right, and then they're coming up as the Emperor, and then in the Chariot, right, and you see all this water energy that this person is kind of in. And it's interesting because I feel that that's the energy you're in as well. So again, this could just be you, but I'm seeing it as someone else. And I think that it's a similar vibe where you have made it to this energy where you're connecting with the Divine Feminine, and they have as well. So it's kind of as you did the work, so did they. So it's someone who's an energetic match to you. This person could be someone you know, or this person could be someone that's new. But I feel like this person wants to communicate a beginning with you, right? Like that's what they want to come in for. They want to talk about offering you something. And I feel they have made a decision, but it's interesting that the decision here that's being made is at the very end of this read, and indecision is at the very beginning of the read, right? So now I'm wondering if you know this person or has becoming closer to the, as you connected to the Divine Feminine, maybe this is the way that your life has kind of gone, where you have gone from this person who it seems like you had a lot in the past, or maybe they had a lot in the past, and yet like they didn't know what they had, right? It seems like someone who's very disconnected, and at the end of this, I feel like this person has become connected. So again, I feel like this is you, Virgo, but I feel like it's someone else as well. I feel like it's someone else too. And yeah, it's kind of like this integration of the Divine Feminine for both of you. And I like the energy because I see such a strong change from indecision to making a decision finally, right? And I think like what's sad is that, I don't know if this is for you or for them, but things were taken away from you or them because you guys, I don't know if this is you or them, I think it's both of you. I think there was a time when your life was very abundant, and it's like, it's kind of the energy of, you know, it's not the right time. It was not the right time, right? So it seemed like you had all this abundance, right? The Eight of Pentacles and the Abundance card. And then because the two of you probably didn't really understand, it's like it was the wrong time. Like you weren't connected to self in such a way where I don't know, it's like you were just disconnected. And it's not just you, I feel like it was them as well. So I feel like it's like the whole wealth that was, everything that was created maybe between the two of you, or just individually in your lives, the things that you created, you didn't really see them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you didn't see them for what they were, and you were truly abundant at a time. But it's kind of like that energy too of like you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I feel like here it went away, right? Like the energy went away. And I think it was the divine, because the Heaven and Earth card came out, right? And it's in reverse. So I think there was a time when maybe it was you or maybe it was them, but you or them could not see all the abundance around you. And I feel like the divine, I don't think the divine would, purposely take anything away just to, be spiteful. I think the divine does things so we learn. And I feel like it feels like a downfall in a sense. It came to show you, it came to show you something. And I think what it came to do was to show you, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, this helped you connect to that part of you, that divine feminine, and become more balanced, I'd want to say. Like this loss and this struggle that you went through, again, I don't know if this is you or them. I kind of feel like it was both of you, to be honest. But yeah, it feels like everything got taken away from you. And I feel like it has a lot to do with money as well, which is interesting because money, like the pentacle is coming up here. So I feel like there was an actual financial loss here, right? And there was actual loss in feeling good, right? So that's what I'm saying. I feel like with Shekhinah coming out, it's like you got rocked basically with a loss, right? And it could have been a loss of a job. It could have been a loss of abundance in some sort of way, like where you live. Something could have happened where you lived. Do you know what I'm saying? And something happened to your stability. Maybe it's with this person as well. Maybe you were together and there was a breakup, right? But I feel that you have definitely gone through a hard cycle, and now I think what you don't get is that I think it was for a reason, the loss, right? Because I feel like this is for someone who was truly abundant and had a big loss. But in this loss, they connected to the divine feminine, right? Because I feel like there was a lot of masculine energy in the past, whereas like, I have to do this, and do you know what I'm saying? And the feminine was not something that was nurtured. So that's the thing. It's like you were in the masculine energy where you were just getting and getting, but I don't think it was ever enough, right? And I think like they had to teach you this lesson so you would connect to the feminine. And that's what I'm getting with this. It's, what is money when you don't have like a family there to enjoy it with? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is all this abundance for if not for doing something with it, right? Like that. And I think it was just like an aimless battle of like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And there was no real, you weren't doing anything with it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You weren't doing anything with what you had. You didn't appreciate what you had. There was no gratitude. It was just maybe more masculine. And now I think with the loss that came of this abundance, you've restabilized. And I don't know how long this took, but yeah, it feels like you restabilized your energy. And I think this person has as well. This could just be you or it could just be them, right? But I do see two energies here. It's just weird. Like, this could just be you, Virgo, again, embracing that energy of the divine feminine. But I really get that it's not just you. That's what's weird. Like, I'm getting this strong masculine energy too. But again, it could just be you and the energy of the divine feminine that you've embraced, right? Because there is the acknowledgement of this energy and then the balancing, right? So this is like the balancing of the dark and the light, the balancing of the feminine and the masculine. And that's what's going on here. But with this offer, I think now you're going to be given this abundance again. And they're kind of saying to you, now you know what to do with it. Whereas in the past, you didn't really know what to do with it. Right? So they're trusting you. I feel like you're going to come upon a lot of financial security, right? It feels like there was security, a loss, and not back to security, but it's after a really long cycle, right? And now, again, we're ending with Pentacles. So it's like now you're going to receive more abundance in your life. But do you see how it's equal, right? With the Six of Coins, I feel like they want you to, just how you receive it, they want you to give it out as well, right? It's like to be humble about it and also to help others and to be gracious about it. And, you know, it's different. It's a different energy than this abundance here, right? There's more reciprocity, right? And yeah, I see you receiving this, right? But it's been after a really long time of maybe a lot of financial insecurity, right? And I feel like this is for someone who was very stable. I'm telling you, it was someone who was very stable. There was a loss, and now it's back to the Pentacle, right? So they're giving you another chance, it feels, right, to get this abundance, but it might be in a different way. Maybe you have a different job, maybe you've changed careers, but yeah, it just feels like now you know what to do with it because you've connected to the feminine aspect. It's not so much masculine, and I feel like the masculine was more ego driven, like more like nothing was ever going to be enough for you in that old timeline, and now in this new timeline you're going to have more than enough, and it's going to feel, you're going to feel differently about this abundance. It's not going to be the way it was in the past. It's going to be, I want to say like healthier because you're more balanced. Yeah, what I'm getting with this Three of Wands is that the way that it was before for you with this like money, maybe you grasped onto it too tightly Maybe it was just an energy, like that's all you focused on. Again, I feel like a lot of masculine energy. So now that you've connected to the feminine, I think that there's so much more balance, and now you're about to have sort of a windfall, right? But it's because you see clearly now, right? You see clearly now, and that's why, yeah, there's no more indecision. Like, you know, there's no more not seeing what's in front of your face, right? So I think you had a lot of things that were given to you, maybe a really good partner, and this could be reversed, Virgo, take it how it resonates, but it's like someone who, take it how it resonates, but it's definitely someone who had abundance in the past and then went through some sort of loss, but now you're about to regain all of that financial stability, and you're going to do things differently than you did in the past. And it has a lot to do with timing. I think you're upset about the past, but I feel like the past, whatever they took away, it might just not have been meant for you. Again, even if you lost a job, that job might not have been for you. If you lost a partner, that partner might not have been for you. Yeah, so with this King of, I just wanted to clarify this King of Cups because I don't feel like it's you. Again, it could have just been losses in your life, but I feel like there was even a breakup here. It wasn't just a loss of like a job, it was a loss of a person as well in your life. It just feels like a heavy loss, and now there's going to be a heavy gain, but it's after a long cycle. But I think like the reason that you had to have this loss was so that you could value what you have more. And it's again, you're more imbalanced as opposed to the past. And now here, even if you have lost a partner in the past, again, I feel like they're going to send you someone new. I do get an energy here of someone else. This masculine energy is heavy here. So I feel like the masculine energy could be someone here who is also making an offer. Like what was taken from you is coming back, right? It's just in a different form. It could be the same person, but the person coming in has also done the same work that you have done. So if you're thinking of a past person and you know that they're not aligned and you know that they're not ready for a relationship and you know that they're not in King of Cup energy, then it's not them, right? It's someone who's in King of Cup energy, heavy, heavy King of Cup energy, an Emperor who's in King of Cup energy, who's in, you know, their heart space. So it seems, Virgo, like everything that was taken away from you is being given back. And it's the divine. And I think that that's a part of this as well, acknowledging the divine, right? And the role that they play, right? Because maybe in the past you didn't believe in the divine and you're just someone who, you know, you had no faith. You just thought that things were like random occurrences and, you know, maybe a more hopeless energy, like we're all, you know, gonna die at the end of the day, so what's the point? And that, like, something about morality even here. And I think like that has all changed. And again, there's been a dramatic switch for you, and I think that it has helped. It is going to help you in your life, whether you see it or not. What you have lost, you're going to gain back now, and you're going to be much healthier. I just keep getting that, like you're healthier now. You're more balanced now, right? I don't know why, but I just get this vibe that in the old energy, you didn't, again, like see what you had. And now you're going to really appreciate what it is to, what this coin is, right? And I don't think it's like, oh, it's necessarily money, but it's definitely more stability in your life. More financial security. I'm really getting that heavy pentacle energy, and also a person who has also done the same work that you've done. So everything's kind of coming back to you. It's like the universe is giving you back what you lost, but after a very long cycle and a lot of work, right, to get here and to balance yourself out and to be open and to be in this divine feminine energy. So yeah, Virgo, it's a crazy read. Congratulations. I mean, 2 aces, right? Let's see if there's any advice. Yeah, Virgo. I think that this has a lot to do with the divine, right? We have 25 making a 7. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Yeah, there was something here that they needed you to learn. And again, there could have been a lot of abundance in your life, a really high, like everything seems to be going well, and then everything kind of dropped and everything kind of got taken away. And they want you to learn from that experience. And I think you have. I think, again, it was more of a masculine energy that put you here, and now you're more balanced and you have this feminine energy, which is supposed to be guiding you, right? So it's love, right? What's behind all this money? It's love. What's behind this person that I'm with? It's love, right? Like, I think that I'm not even saying that you were shady in the past. I'm just saying, like, you're going to appreciate what you have so much more now. And I think that divine grants more abundance to people who are appreciative and who give it out, you know, to the poor, who help, who create, you know, foundations, you know, whatever it is that you want to do to help others. It's like they want you to implement those ideas with this wealth that you're being given. Like, I do feel like you're going to be very abundant, because Virgos work very hard, right? So it's not like you will not be abundant, but I feel like if you did go through a loss or a struggle, it was just to kind of put you back into balance again, because sometimes I think the masculine energy of like just keep going, especially for a Virgo, someone who works very, very hard, I think it's hard to see that feminine side as well sometimes. And I think now that you are truly balanced, they're going to bring you much more abundance than you've been had in the first place. But it's only now because you can see, right? You can see, it's like the lesson now, you got the lesson, you can see, you're in touch with your intuition, you're in touch with your soul, and now that you're in touch with the light, you know, the things in the past that might have confused you don't confuse you anymore, right? Yeah, it's like they took this away, like they took the pentacle away, right, with the heaven and earth in reverse, and now they're giving it right back to you. But it's like the lesson had to be in, I feel like it has a lot to do with the feminine energy and learning that balance within. So now in the 3D, it's going to be more balanced for you in your life. And even if you have lost a partner in an old cycle, someone is coming, right, in cup energy, same as you. So yeah, I feel you've had a lot of loss, but it's all coming back now, and it's after all these lessons. So yeah, like you have learn from the past, right? 7, like everything is, I feel like it has a lot to also do with the divine, the connection you had with the divine. I think that now, after all this loss, they're going to give it back to you, and it's going to strengthen your bond with them. And it kind of seems, you know, that was the whole point, for you to regain your connection with them. And that could seem a little like, oh shit, are you serious? Like, you know, made me go through this loss so that we could reconnect. And they're like, yeah. But yeah, it's more for you also to have connected to your soul and that side of you, but it was also to reconnect with the divine. So yes. Yeah, Virgo. So I see all this abundance coming in for you. I see a partner coming in for you. And the end of the cycle is over, right? You've learned from the past and you've connected to that self, and just congratulations. And now you're ready for this, right? You can take this and they'll give it to you, and you know what I mean? They can trust that you're going to do everything you can to help others and to help yourself and to stay balanced. So yeah, Virgo, I love this reading. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.